Hello everyone, I'm Coyote Jack, and well, once again piracy wins. And ya know this is a little too old article, well, it's from current year, from February 6th. We have this headline from Ars Technica. Torrenting from a corporate laptop doesn't feel right. Meta emails unsealed. Meta's alleged torrenting and sending off pirate books complicates copyright case. So the AI they are using in their fucking social media, it's been trained with pirate content. Despite those fuckers also filled all those DNCAs for other accounts. But hey, they feel entitled and safe to do it themselves. And even it's worse when a corporate laptop because considering all those DNCA, all those copyright strikes laws, all the ownership IPs and all of that lawfare, when I have to tell you this, if you work in a corporate environment when they actually give you your home PC to work with, well, it's a equipment provided by the company, so you have to use it as such to work with. And sure, from time to time, if you have internet, you are going to end and lazing out there. I know it happens. I'm not cheating you in that part. When I could cheat you because they do some from time to time those auditions or should I say testing of certain companies, well, employees, excuse me, computers. What they check is if you installed software that it was not in, well, it was, it's not permitted in the company. Of course, installing fucking Steam is just going to get you fired. At this point, it's not something out of the bag or outstanding, outrageous. No, it's because, well, you were trying to install games, you're going to get fucking fired for, for mismanagement of the equipment you receive. And sometimes even comes with pirate stuff. Sure, books you can get away with, and software as such, yeah, they're going to see that. But the thing is, just what I said with software, torrenting software. If there is something like that, like there is this jokes that when you want to sell the seven sins, you don't load it from the green Steam. So with that being said, if they check out that there is some trace of that software, oh man, Meta is, I don't know, it's for a very rough time because they sell themselves to side with this DNCA, this fucking mafia of the copyright nonsense, and they were using themselves. So at this point, I already went too long with this one. I'm just going to read you the article quickly. So Nucleus Unsealed emails allegedly provide the most damning evidence yet against Meta in a copyright case raised by book authors alleging that Meta illegally trained its AI models on pirate books. Yeah, at that point, I don't want to hear any more bitching about my piracy, my legal stuff. Just like what I ranted with N Hentai being targeted by this fucking Californian company that really wanted to take N Hentai out of the picture just to appropriate from the domain and get all the traffic, despite that they themselves got caught in the lawsuit that they, in first hand, they were in talks with Hentai to do some advertising, and apparently they were just trying some play some fucking Trojan horse there. As far as I'm concerned, but well, Hentai did the right thing and blocked the US, and if the US people that really was supporting that side, they just using other workarounds or even using other alternatives. And Hentai got targeted because it was the most mainstream. But there's that. Still, it's piracy that, funny enough, it serves out the purpose of preserving content of everything. So the fact that they use this shitty argument that they lose money, this author is losing money, and you don't take into consideration that, well, who is doing this provider service to or distributors to sell its stuff? No, no, it's not good one. Well, it's on the owner at this point. It is not full completely advertised, or the author did some fucking stupid shit like engaging into the virtue signal of the far left ideology. Yeah, all those factors actually contributed, but piracy, nah, not really. Eh, just like even to this day, that quote from Gabe Newell still is correct. Piracy is a service issue. So last month, Meta admitted to torrenting a controversial large dataset known as LiveGen, which includes tens of millions of pirate books. But details around the torrenting were murky until yesterday, when Meta's unredacted emails were made public for the first time. I want to know if that AI fucking bot that is targeting anime pictures, because there is this complaint I always hear on Facebook where a lot of fan anime sites, or at least accounts there, they always get immediately flagged and deleted because of cheese pizza and all that nonsense. Could it be that they are using an hentai torrenting to train the AI? I really want to know those details because I bet LibGen is just one. How many other torrents have they been using for training their fucking AI? The new evidence showed Meta torrented at least 81.7 terabytes of data across multiple shadow libraries through the site's Anna's archive, including at least 35.7 terabytes of data from S libraries and LiveGen. Oh man, I really want to have that fucking storage. I know it's going to be fucking expensive. The outer score filling, which is this one, David Boyce, Matt will be Prin, Jose Panuccio, Joshua L. Schreier, so United States of District or Northern District of California, San Francisco Division. So yeah, they're from a very fucking wrong time. We considering how much those scores loves to make all the involved people spend a lot of fucking money in law further. So plaintiff motion for relief from non-dispute prudential order of magistrate judge. So here's plaintiff move under 28 USC Federal Rule of Civil Procedure and ND called local rule. I'm jumping from the numbers because it's going to take too long, man. For relief for a non-dispute parental order of a magistrate judge, plaintiff respectfully object to and ask the court to set aside portions of the discovery order, a DK number 366, issued by Magistrate Judge Thomas S. Hickson on January 2nd of current year. So they started this shit, just like it's mentioned, just at the start of the year. I want already at this point. So this plaintiff, going back to this, they're torrenting a lot of fucking sites. Just like it says, let's see, 80. If I do this, here is. Laptop doesn't feel right, Reed. Look, even with a fucking emoji. Of course, the person that it was saying doesn't feel right. It was just like fucking joking, making some jokes there. So of course, it's going to make more this damning as I'm reading through this. Oh man, so someone really wanted to start shit with Meta, and of course, depending how this evolves, Meta is for a very rough awakening here. Because, well, sure, you already trained your AI, you still have money, but you're still going to lose a lot into lawfare, and also when you have to pay for the damage that you caused to those authors according to the law. So Meta torrented at least 81.7 terabytes of data across multiple shadow libraries through the size and archive. So yeah, what I already read to you, it's already explained here. So this one, vastly smaller acts of data piracy, just 0.008% of the amount of copyrighted works Meta pirated, have resulted in just referring to condoms as the U.S. Attorney's Office for Criminal Investigation. Because with piracy, they always love to use the federal crime there. So yeah, reading you this, and even you can search it here, it's just it's going to be a lot of fucking money Meta is going to spend here. And sure, they can get away with, but not free. It's not going to get free. That's why I'm laughing at them. So the magnitude of Meta's unlawful torrent skin is astonishing. The arrows filing alleged, insisting that vast smaller acts of data piracy. Yeah, I already read that to you. So at this point, I'm just going to stick to the article since it's referring to the document. Seeding expands Arrow's distribution theory. Book authors had been pressing Meta for more information on torrenting because of the obvious copyright concerns over Meta sending, seemingly distributing the pirates' books in the dispute. And if they found a little trace of that, or there is this rock employee that, yeah, I'm on my way out, but I really want to start shit with you. So it's like what that mean of Thomas the Train Boy. Instead, a train is a fucking airplane. I is bombing Gaza. Man, it's just like that. Some employees are like that when are on their way out. But Meta resisted those discovery attempts after an order denied Auror's request to review Meta torrenting and sending data that did not stop Auros from gathering evidence anyway. Including a key document that started with at least one staffer appearing to uncomfortably joke about a possible legal risk, eventually growing more serious about raising his concerns. Yeah, because look, my main example that I said at the start of this, you download from certain way, some data, yeah, some book there, depending if the only are there to check if you are not using pirate software, that's not an issue. But if that file actually with the antivirus software that is installed in that hardware gets you flagged, of course you are going to be in a lot of trouble and probably getting fired. But well, that depends from small to big companies. And in this case, we're talking about a fucking big corporate that really people wants to take down for all the shit they have been doing for the last 5 years. To continue on. Torrenting from a corporate laptop doesn't feel right. And with the laugh emoji, because that was in the document, Nikolai Bashikov, a Meta research engineer, brought in an April 23 message, adding a smiling emoji. Okay, you are just actually saying it. In the same message, he expressed concern about using Meta IP addresses. Yeah, those ones can't get traced, so of course if you are going to bet a lot of risk into that, you have to be very fucking careful. I'm not joking about that, seriously. To load through torrents pirate content. By September of 2023, Bashley Club has seemingly dropped the emojis, consulting the legal team directly and emphasizing an email that, quote unquote, using torrents will entail seeding the files i.e. sharing the content outside. This could be legally not okay. Well, if you get it's like when it is just when I'm just saying if you torrent something, sure one the things the average people on the internet like your 4 or your average Joe that at least knows some IT knowledge there. And you spread the seeds for everyone, yeah, at that point you are just helping to preserve that file forever on the internet. But yeah, you can get traced. But at that point, it's just like, are you going to file lawsuit after lawsuit for every single one of those hitters? Nah, at that point, that legal battle is already lost. But if they still go with it and target someone like Meta, of course, they are able to leech a lot of money from that. The Meta really fuck up here. Emails discussing torrent proof that Meta knew it was illegal. Yeah, by law it is illegal. By moral in a certain way. Considering what I already did in examples of why piracy at the end of the day, and that's happening. And more people are preferring just pirate stuff, considering how things are getting worse and worse in current year. So continue on. Others alleged and Bashilkov warning seemingly landed on deaf ears. Of course, it's always going to happen. Management is not going to give a zero fuck there. With others alleging that evidence showed Meta chose to instead hide torrenting as best as it could while downloading and seeding terabytes of data from multiple shadow libraries as recently as April of the last year. Oh man, so they knew, they didn't give a fuck, yeah, we can sue them. Meta allegedly concealed seeding. Supposedly Meta tried to conceal the seeding by not using fake book servers while downloading the database to avoid the risk of anyone tracing back the seeder to another. Yeah, because I said it can be traced down from Facebook servers. An internal message from Meta research firm said while describing the war as being in quote unquote stealth mode, Meta also allegedly modified settings so quote unquote so that the smallest amount of seedings possible could occur. So at this point, they're telling me that they even use their own meta servers. Yeah, they are cooked. They're fucking cooked there. Um, a Meta exclusive in charge of projects management, Michael Clark said in a deposition, nothing information has come to light. Autos claim that Meta staff involved in the decision to torrent Legend must be deposed again because the new facts allegedly quote unquote contradict prior deposition testimony. You lie under oath. Now your time to bend over. Mark Kuchenborg, for example, claimed to have no involvement in decisions to use legends to train AI models. I call that on bullshit. I always call that on fucking bullshit. Of course, they know they are on their own volition. They are making the demands here. They are directing all this fucking theater here. They think everyone is fucking stupid to not know. Yeah, it was you, motherfucker. But unredacted message shows the decisions to do Legend occurred after a prior escalation to MC, Auro's alleged. Meta did not immediately respond to our request for comment and has maintained throughout the litigation that AI training on Legend was quote unquote fair use. Now, I have to say this because that's the message I want to deliver here. The next time someone fucking bitch about my piracy stuff, my illegal stuff, look at these companies because I bet Meta is not the only one. I bet not every single one of those uh, have engaged in all of this to make something, to create something, to improve something, to monetize something. They, this is what I say. This is fucking hypocrisy with piracy should start at this point. Just make more accessible your stuff, and maybe yeah, even people that really want to see more of that stuff, they are actually going to support it. Or even at this point, physical media for books, yeah, it's the only thing that I see the most well valuable because just even if I have video games, I have from the PS2 era, and I really enjoy it. That around that time you could actually put the disc and instant play because at least they put the effort into actually making the consoles the way it is, fucking console, and not locked down PCs. Nowadays that's not much the case anymore because some of those games you really need to fucking download the rest of the game. And if that server goes away, at this point piracy serves you. So that's why this technicality with what is legal and what is not with piracy at this point, I see this as just a perpetuate to preserve this abusive copyright nonsense to avoid others to Maybe a that. And sure, I know there is some blood and shameless copyright stuff that actually can be proven right, and yeah, those fuckers have to bend over to the affected people there. But here is the reality. Anyone use piracy. Everyone resorts that because when they make the service so fucking obnoxious, so fucking difficult for everyone to use, you know what? I don't care. I'm just going to sell the 7 Cs. And that is that. 20s. However, Meta has previously addressed its torrenting in a motion to dismiss file last month, telling the court that plaintiffs do not plead a single instance in which any part of any books was in fact downloaded by a team for Meta via torrent, much less that plaintiffs' books were somehow distributed by Meta. Let's see about that. The moment you are using torrenting and that's it, you have it, by default you are actually sharing it. Yeah, because that's how torrenting works. While Meta may be confident in its legal strategy, despite the new torrenting wrinkle, the social media companies have simply complicated its case by allowing others to expand the distribution theory that kicks to wine in a direct copyright infringement claim by beyond just claiming that Meta's AI output unlawfully distributed their works. Okay, at this point, yeah, let's see how that works. The AI itself distributing stuff, well, they actually provide you with certain information where depending on what is in your input data there. But at the end of the day, it gathers the information, it's been trained, and just regurgitate said information depending on how that AI was trained itself. So even if they use the example, the only way imaginable I can think of is if one certain book, mm, let's for example, imagine your most degenerate doujin there, your most degenerate hentai content there, Kuroinu. I think this anime, Kuroinu, well, hentai, you know that one, Kuroinu Kadakaki. At this point, you don't. If you know what name I'm referring to, they use it like that material at a certain point because why not? They really want to use that as a resource to flag hentai content in their site. If that was also used to train AI, if you know how to trigger certain dialogues, certain content, certain stuff that could refer to, at that point, yeah, you can actually call them out. Yeah, you were using that, motherfucker. You were researching that. Maybe, but that's is going to be very difficult to prove. But the torrenting part, yeah, that one, if they end up finding that Meta was just doing that, yeah, they're kind of screwed there. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you have a pretty good day or night whenever you are watching this video. Please, take care.